Hello students, I am Rakesh Chauhan working as PGT Physics in Suraj Group of Schools. Welcome you all in the e-learning classes of physics. Our today's topic for discussion is applications of dimensional formula. As you can recall from our last video, we have discussed so far the two applications of dimensional formula, and today in this video we are going to discuss the third and last application of dimensional formula. So in our previous video, as you can recall, we have discussed so far that how to check whether the given physical quantity or given formula or given equation is dimensionally correct or not in the very first application. And in the second application of this dimensional analysis or dimensional formula, we have derived the formula of a given physical quantity which depends upon some other physical quantities. So here we are going to discuss the conversion of system of units. So first we will see that what does this mean, or what is conversion of system of units is all about. So suppose I express a force that is equals to 1 Newton. So if I ask you that can you convert this 1 Newton into dyne, or how much 1 Newton is equals to in dyne? So you will say that sir, we are not knowing that answer, because this Newton is the unit of force in MKS system and this dyne is the unit of force in the CGS system. So if you know how to convert MKS system into CGS system or CGS system into MKS system, then definitely you can convert Newton into dyne or dyne into Newton. But before that, you have to first need to know that how to convert one system of unit into other system of unit, or what is the basic formula through which or using which we can convert a physical quantity into one system of unit into other system of unit. So this we are going to study in this topic. So before deriving or before going on to the actual formula of conversion, first I would like to introduce you that how that formula is or can be derived. So if I say you that I have a weight equals to 1 kg, so can I write this as equal to 1000 gram? So you will say definitely 1 kg is equals to 1000 gram. So is there any difference, or you can take some idea from this that this kg is also the unit of mass? We have taken it as mass, or we can say weight. So kg is written in one system of unit, that is MKS system. We can say this is the unit of mass in MKS system, and this gram is the unit of mass in CGS system. Okay, now look at the magnitude or the numerical value or the multiplier of these units. So here it is 1 and here it is 1000. So here when we are using bigger unit, then the magnitude becomes less or the numerical value becomes less, while if we use the smaller unit of that physical quantity, then we have to use this numerical value more. So we can say the numerical value or the magnitude of that physical quantity is inversely proportional to the unit. As we increases the unit, or as we move on to the bigger unit, the numerical value decreases. As you can see from here, as we are moving towards bigger system of unit, then suppose from gram to kg, then this 1000 becomes 1, or 1 milligram becomes we can say 1000 milligram becomes 1 gram. So as we are moving from a smaller unit to bigger unit, the magnitude of these units decreases. So we can say that magnitude of these units is inversely proportional to the unit of the system. So we can say the product of magnitude of the units and the unit is always constant, because if we increase one quantity, then definitely the other quantity will decrease. So Nu is equals to constant, or from here we can say N1U1 is equals to N2U2, and this is the formula which we are going to use. So what is N1? So the numerical value or magnitude of that physical quantity whose unit is U1, and N2 is the numerical value or magnitude of the same physical quantity in system of units whose unit is U2, or we are using the unit U2 in that system. So this is the formula from which we will derive the main formula here. Okay, now if I say that what will be the value of N2, so you will say N2 is equals to N1U1 upon U2, and this is suppose equation second. Now we will put the value of U1 and U2 here, and we will be having the ultimate formula which we will use in solving or conversion of system of units. Okay, so U1 can be written as U1 is equals to M1 raised to the power A, L1 raised to the power B, T1 raised to the power C, where A, B, C are the dimensions of that physical quantity, which actually does not alter or does not depend upon the system of units. A physical quantity, if measured in any of the system, its dimensions, or we can say dimensional formula, will remain same, but these values of M, L, T may change. Suppose in one system of unit, the mass is measured in M1, the length is measured in L1, and the time is measured in T1. So the dimensions will be same, but M, L, T may change. Similarly, U2 can be written as M2 raised to the power A, L2 raised to the power B, T2 raised to the power C. Okay, so suppose this was equation second, and these are the equation third and equation 4. Now putting the value of equation or we can say U1 and U2 into equation second, what can be written from equation second? From equation second, we can write down N2 is equals to this is N1, and U1, in place of U1 we have to write down M1A, L1B, T1C, and in place of U2 we have to write down M2A, L2B, and T2C, and these can also be written as N1 M1 upon M2 raised to the power A, M1 upon M2 raised to the power A, L1 upon L2 raised to the power B, and T1 upon T2 raised to the power C. So this is the formula which we will use while converting one system of unit into other system of units. And this is the basic derivation of this formula, although this derivation is not going to be asked, but you should know that from where this formula actually come from. Okay, so now we are going to solve the actual numerical problems which are based on this this topic, or we can say on this formula. So you can remind this formula for numerical purpose. Okay, so we are moving on to the numerical problems of this topic. So the very first question is, convert 1 Newton into dyne. So it has been mentioned that dyne is the unit of force in CGS system, and as you all know that Newton is the SI unit, or we can say MKS unit of force. So we have to convert force into MKS system from MKS system to CGS system. Okay, so what is the formula we have derived? So you will say N2 is equals to N1 M1 upon M2 raised to the power A, L1 upon L2 raised to the power B, T1 upon T2 raised to the power C. Okay, what are ABC? You will say these are the dimensions of that physical quantity which we want to convert. So what is the physical quantity which we want to convert? You will say force. So we will write down the dimensional formula of force in fact. So F is equals to M raised to the power m1 l1 t minus 2. This is the dimensional formula, and by comparing these units of mlt or powers of mlt, we can write down that the values of a is 1, b is 1, and c is minus 2. So while using this formula, we will use a equals to 1, b is equals to 1, c is equals to minus 2. Suppose if we have to convert 1 joule into erg, which we will do in next question. So here we will write the dimensional formula of energy, and the dimensions would become a is equals to 1, b is equals to 2, and c is equals to minus 2. So as per the question, or as per the physical quantity to be converted, these dimensions would change. Okay, now m1 m2 l1 l2 and t1 t2 we have to put the values. So this m1 l1 t1, these are the units of mass, length and time in MKS system, and these are the units of mass in CGS system. So here I am writing as MKS system, and this is in CGS system. CGS system. Okay, so in MKS system, M1 is treated, or mass is measured in kg. So it will be suppose 1 kg, and here also we will say M2 will be mass is measured in gram, so 1 gram. Similarly, L1 is equals to 1 meter because length is measured in meter, and L2 is equals to 1 centimeter because length in CGS is measured in centimeter, and T1 is 1 second in both the system of units because the time is measured in seconds in both the system, whether it is CGS or MKS. So T2 is also equals to 1 second. So now we will put the values of m1 m2 l1 l2 t1 t2 and a b c in equation first, and we will, okay, what is the value of n1 in fact? So n1 is 1 newton because this is the magnitude of force in newton, or we can say first system of units, and it is given as 1 newton. Suppose we have to convert 10 newton, so what will be the value of n1? It will become 10 newton. So from equation first, n2 is equals to n1, that is 1, multiplied by m1 upon m2, that is 1 kg divided by 1 gram raised to the power 1, a, that is 1. Okay, 1 meter divided by 1 centimeter raised to the power b, that is also 1, and 1 second divided by 1 second raised to the power minus 2. Okay, now let us try to simplify it. Either convert gram into kg or kg into gram, so that we can cancel out each other. So you know that 1 kg is having 1000 grams, so I can write down 1000 gram divided by 1 gram raised to the power 1. Similarly, convert meter into centimeter or centimeter into meter. So we know that 1 meter consists of 100 centimeter divided by 1 centimeter raised to the power 1, and second divided by second, it will cancel out, so it will become 1 raised to the power minus 2, and 1 raised to the power anything becomes 1. So it is cancel out, it is also cancel out, so it can be written as 10 raised to the power 3 multiplied by 10 raised to the power 2 multiplied by 1, so it becomes 10 raised to the power 5. So this is the magnitude of force equals to 1 newton into time. So how can you write down it? 1 Newton can be written as 10 raised to the power 5 dynes. So this is the conversion we want to find out. So I hope you have got an idea that how to convert one system of unit into other. Let us have one more example. Okay, suppose next question is convert 1 joule into erg. So joule is the unit of energy, erg is also the unit of energy. Joule is in MKS system and erg in CGS system. So means we have to convert MKS system into CGS system, and the physical quantity to be converted is energy. Okay, so the formula used will be remain same. So can you guess where will be the change occur? So you will say the dimensions of that physical quantity will change, because these dimensions we have used are for force, but now the physical quantity is energy, therefore we have to write the dimensional formula for energy, although this formula will remain same. So we will have to write the dimensional formula for energy, and you know that energy and work is having same dimensional formula, which is force into displacement. So it is m1 L square T minus 2. So now this B will become 2 and rest all will remain same, because in MKS system the mass is measured in kg, length is measured in meter, and time is measured in second. Thereafter, in CGS system we know mass is measured in gram, length is measured in centimeter, time is measured in seconds. So what we are going to do, we will put these values into this equation, and we will be solving out it. So where is the change going to happen? So you will say the power, instead of 1 we will use B as equals to 2, and this becomes 2, and this is 100, means 10 raised to the power 2, and whole square, it will become 10 raised to the power 4, and rest all thing will remain same. So here n2 comes out to be 10 raised to the power 7. So how much is 1 joule? So you will say 1 joule is equals to 10 raised to the power 7 arcs. So I hope now you can easily solve, or you can convert one system of unit into other system of units. So I hope you must have enjoyed this lecture, and if you like this video, please share this video among your friends, so that they can also be benefited through this channel or through this video. Thank you very much for watching this video. Have a great day.